Hey guys, I'm Brother Bernardo Ross, Legionary of Christ, currently studying theology here in Rome and just a couple months away from my diaconate ordination. And I'm really excited because today we're going to be reflecting on one of the verses from the Last Supper, John chapter 14, where Jesus tells his disciples he is the way, the truth, and the life. Now, this is really interesting because it reveals to us a spiritual dynamic that I think we fall into very often. Now, I was in college a couple of years back, and when we were at one of my friend's ranch, we were driving down the edge of the property, and there was a destination point in front of us, and we were going down the road, and all of a sudden we found a truck bottomed out in a huge ditch. I mean, kind of was like a huge pothole, really. And if you didn't know better, like whoever the driver of that truck was, you wouldn't have known that that wasn't the way. Now, it looked like the destination was right in front of you, right? But there was actually another way to get there. And this spiritual dynamic happens very often with us when we think that if we just knew the destination, if we just knew the what or the where we had to go, then we would actually end up knowing how to get there. We kind of fall into this self-reliance. And Christ invites us to do something different as Christians, which is to be with him. That's the important part. It's more about being than doing. And so when we take a look at the words that Jesus says to Thomas and Thomas says to Jesus, it's interesting because Jesus says, you know the way where I'm going. You know the way. He doesn't tell him you know exactly where I'm going. He says, you know the way where I'm going. Thomas then responds and he says, Thomas said to him, Lord, we do not know where you are going. How can we know the way? Implying that if we knew where you were going, then we'd know the way. And this happens to us all the time. If I knew if God was calling me to the priesthood, I would do it. If I knew, that I was supposed to change jobs, I would do it. If I knew the answer to, this big family question we have to deal with right now, then I would do it. Like, if only we knew the answer, then we'd know the way and how to do it. And that's not the case. And actually, that's not the most important part. That's not even the why. We've just been talking about the destination and route, but why are we even moving? And the Christian answer to this is so interesting because the why is Christ himself. It's being with him. It's that being in the presence of the Lord, which is heaven. And that's precisely what Christ is talking about a few verses earlier, going to prepare us a place. It's all about being with him. So I'd invite you guys as we reflect on the gospel today to just look at the heart of Christ who wants us to be with him. And let's spend time there. God bless. Praying for all.